My name is Cameron, also known as the Desert Beardsman in the bearded community. Today, we're going to be talking about a company that's had a lot of hype lately because they just released a conditioner, but let's see what they have for their Christmas scents and see if you are going to live bearded. We're checking out LiveBearded. Let's see what they have. Price, products, and ingredients. Those three big things we're all looking for. So the products that they have at LiveBearded, they offer the full array, the full spectrum of beard care, needs, essentials, luxuries, all that kind of fun stuff. Mustache wax, balms, butters, washes, co-washes, shirts, hats, stickers if you want them. I mean, they have everything you'd want all in one place for your beard care, maintenance, and all that kind of fun stuff. But what I have here today is going to be the wash, the butter, and the oil. It was the bundle pack that they have for their holiday scent called Claus. So let's take a look at the ingredients in the oil and butter, and I will post below when we're reviewing the we are reviewing this. When we are reviewing the beard wash, I'll post the ingredients below. It's got a lot of those Latin terms in it, and I don't want to mispronounce anything, but I'll post them long enough that you can all get an idea of what they have inside. But the oils that they have on it, I'm going to look down here on the computer screen because they're printed really small on the bottle, unfortunately, so it's really hard to read. The ingredients in the oils are argan, jojoba, grapeseed, vitamin E, and natural fragrances. We're going to take a look here at the bottle that we have. So they did a really nice job with the red and the green. It looks like wrapping paper. Get a little bit closer. Did a really great job with that. All natural for all beard types, made in the USA. And they have the directions, and then that little stuff right here. That's the ingredients, and unfortunately, it's kind of hard for me to read. I think it's the first time I've had a really hard time reading ingredients on a bottle when they posted them on the bottle. So, I mean, if I were to give LiveBearded, being the company that they are, I don't want to step on toes or anything, but maybe enhance that just a little bit bigger. Even for me, it's really hard to read. The ingredients on the butter are going to be shea butter, coconut oil, jojoba oil, avocado oil, almond oil, grapeseed oil, vitamin E, and all natural fragrance oils. So I'll have you take a look at this container here. And this is a 4-ounce container, so just keep that in mind. And then on the side, they have their labeling all around the side, which is really nice. This is one thing that I really did appreciate because I set my products on my shelf like this, and I can easily distinguish that what this is from them, and I really appreciate that. But let's get a look at each of these products here really quick. Whoop. I'm going to step out of frame. So we have a poured butter here. Use it a couple times right in that little groove right there. And actually, let's come back here and get a little something out there. So for this not having any wax in it, it does initially have kind of a waxy feel when you're pulling it out of the container, which I thought was kind of interesting. So it is a thicker, denser butter. I'm going to do a magic trick for you. As you can see right here, it does have a little cream like when I smeared it on my hand. And so we're going to do a magic trick. 1, 2, 3, and voila. I mean, not a lot, obviously, but nonetheless, it does a really great job of melting down really quickly and being able to be dispersed throughout my beard when I do wear this. It does a really good job of hydrating the beard and providing a really good feel, but we'll get to that in the next section. The oil, on the other hand, it does have a restrictor top. I'm not a huge fan of restrictor tops. I've gone over that before, but it does okay. It does okay as far as the application here. I'll give you a look at the oil. 1, 2, 3. So even though this isn't running very fast, and it looks like a thicker oil, I still wouldn't classify it as a thicker oil. My hands just might be really dry, and so they're kind of absorbing everything into it right now. But it does it is that medium thickness oil that is pretty common throughout the beard community. and it does a really good job. It does a really good job of hydrating again and leaving my beard feeling good, but we're going to get more into detail of that in the next section. And then here is the beard wash that we have. So again, that same really great label, looks like wrapping paper, does a really awesome job that we have. And then I'm going to put a little bit in my hand, show you a little bit of viscosity, got a bubble. I don't like to waste it because this does a really good job, and we'll get to that in the next section as well as a wash. But it is a really clear, a really clear wash. It is fairly, I don't want to say thin, because it does have some viscosity thickness on it, which I did appreciate because I don't really enjoy super thin washes or conditioners. I like there to be a little substance that I can like put in my hand, and I don't have to worry about like slapping it in my face before it runs off and runs down my hand just like that did. Like I said, in the shower, I'm able to put this in my hand and put it in both hands, rub it together, and then apply it to my beard. So it does a really good job as far as the viscosity and the look of it. But on that note, let's jump over to the scent and the fill-in beard. Smelling good, feeling good. Two things that a lot of people like when they purchase their products is they want to know how it works in beard, and they want to know how it smells. So in the Claus, the scent profile on it is crisp fir needle, sweet raspberry, clove, and smooth vanilla. And when you, I'm not going to open the oil because the restrictor caps for me, they don't seem to provide enough punch that I can give it a proper description to all of you. So I'm going to use the butter here. And in the butter, in all the products, you get the fir needle right off top. The fir comes out and the clove punches in right behind it. And unfortunately, I don't get, like it says smooth vanilla in there. I don't get a lot of vanilla scent. Like really none at all. When I say I don't get a lot, I really don't get it. I think what that's doing in there is calming down the really strong scents of the fir and the clove so that they kind of marry in a little bit better. And I don't get any raspberry at all. For me personally, just a small recommendation on the scent, I personally would like to see more raspberry and vanilla kind of punched up in there because I think that really would have married well and provided an all-around Christmas scent. This one I feel was kind of more pushed on the pine side, which is totally fine. There's a lot of people out there that really enjoy that pine scent Christmas tree. It does smell like a fir Christmas tree. You know, you're putting your face right there up to those pine needles. You really do get that scent in there. For me, I'm not a huge pine fan, so I really would have enjoyed more vanilla, more raspberry to kind of sweeten it out and marry across a more variety type of scent. But it's a really solid scent nonetheless. And I mean, the fill-in beard across all of them, we're going to start with the wash here. This to me is a good stripping wash, but not overly stripping. It doesn't leave my beard feeling dry, but it's also not in that realm of like that daily use wash that a lot of people advertise. This is kind of that middle that I use it, you know, kind of in the middle of the week when I want to wash all of my, you know, product that's kind of built up out. I usually use 2 washes throughout the week, one on Sunday night, one on Thursday morning. That way the Sunday night, Monday morning, whenever I take my shower there, I usually use my harder stripping washes to really clean everything out, start my week fresh because I start at work and all that kind of stuff. And then usually Thursday morning is when I use one of my softer daily washes, and this is a wash that I use in that realm, and it does a really good job of cleaning it out, but not that super stripping aspect where my beard feels super dry when I get out of the shower. There are times I don't use conditioner after I use this wash just because it still feels really good. Like I said, it's not overly stripping and it still feels good, and I don't feel the need to use conditioner or something on top of it. The butter, like I said, you kind of get that waxy feel when you put it in your hand at first, even though there's no wax in it. But it does a really good job of the hydration. Once it melts down, once you get it in the beard, again, it feels really heavy at first in the beard, but then after about an hour or so, because I put mine in about 2 hours before I go to bed, after about an hour or so, you don't have that that really thick, heavy feeling in it anymore. And your beard just has that nice kind of condition. You've put butter in, feels really good. Next day when I wake up, it has a really solid conditioned feeling. Not overly conditioned, but definitely not under conditioned. It feels very healthy, very good. It's one that I will be using more as the year goes on. I'm not testing other things just because it does have that solid conditioning aspect to it. The oil, it also does a really good job of doing conditioning aspects in it. The scent on it just didn't last a really long time. Even though it's a pine scent, it only lasted about 4 hours for me. Even though I don't like pine scents, I do like scents that kind of carry throughout my workday, which is around 8 or 10 hours, kind of depending on travel time and all that kind of fun stuff. But I like scents that are going to last me all day long. This one didn't last me all that long, which is totally fine because usually with pine scents, they're very aggressive. And a lot of people can smell you as you walk by. Some people like pine scents, some people don't. It's kind of one of those polar scents for a lot of people. I'm not a huge pine scent fan, like I said, but this is a really good on that pine scent Christmas tree style. It's not a lumberjack scent. It's not anything like that. It's really a Christmas tree style scent. And it's really nice for that. So all you pine tree, Christmas tree lovers, this is right up your alley. This is going to feel really good. I didn't feel any dryness. I don't want to say dryness, but at the end of the day of wearing this particular oil, the ends of my beard, I'm talking like the very ends of my beard down here felt, I don't want to say crunchy, but maybe a little stiff. And that could be the vitamin E potentially. I don't want to throw anything out there that isn't true, but it could be the vitamin E was drying and wasn't absorbing into my beard. I don't know. That's just my experience, my opinion, not throwing any shade at anybody. But it was fine other than that. Like I said, under my beard, my skin felt really good. My skin felt healthy. The thicker part of my beard up here, it felt really good when I was wearing this oil. I did wear it a couple times because I wanted to see if that stiffness kind of continued down here at the tips, and it did both times. So I can't really chalk it up to maybe it was like just a bad experience. It did it a couple times on different days, varying temperatures. So that's all I can speak to. But on that note, let's get to the rebuyability. Rebuyability. Do I recommend LiveBearded to you, and would I rebuy it for myself? Yes. I may not particularly go for the oils due to all of their oils have that same carrier blend, and I don't know if it would work. I will be trying one more scent profile from them in an oil, but again, if I do get that crunchiness, that's when I personally will know that maybe the oils don't work well for me and my beard. But the butter was really good. It left my beard feeling solid, conditioned, nourished, so I can 100% say it worked well for me, and I would recommend that for you. The wash as well did really well for me as my midweek wash, not overly stripping, not a daily wash for me either. I know a lot of people out there are starting to get into the daily washes, and if you're into that, this should be right up your alley because again, it is not overly stripping. And so for me, it left my beard with a little bit of condition feel in there. There wasn't any product in there. I can definitely feel there wasn't any product in my beard. But it also didn't leave my beard feeling super dry and super stripped out, and that is really awesome. So I do recommend that. They do have conditioners, and there's been a lot of reviews on those conditioners. Matt from No BS Beard Reviews, Josh from, if I get your channel wrong, I'm really sorry, Josh, Embrace the Beard Life. They have both done reviews on their conditioner that they just re-released or just released or whatever the case was. And I wish it would have came in this bundle because I wanted to try it. But this bundle right here was $55 for the whole thing. They only sell it as the bundle here. So if you want one thing, you get the whole thing. And that was fine with me because one, I needed wash. And two, I wanted the holiday scents, and so I bought the whole thing. But, you know, $55 for some people might be a little bit pricey, and they may not want wash, they might not want butter, and that's totally fine. Unfortunately, this only seems to come as the one group set. But, as always, if you like this video, please consider hitting that thumbs up button, and consider subscribing to my channel if you like the content that I'm putting out. It does help those fun YouTube algorithms and getting this information out to people. And that's one thing I want to do is just be able to get a lot of exposure to all these beard companies. I think everyone is doing, interesting, unique, and great things for the bearded community and all of our people that are getting into the community. So I want to be able to share that to as many people as possible. If you like the content I'm putting out, consider hitting that notification bell. That way you'll know when I drop any new content so that you can check it out. If you happen to go with what some profiles I like and maybe what works in my beard works in yours, then you want to hit that bell. That way you can know when I'm dropping more stuff. But as always, be happy, be healthy, stay bearded. Bye, everybody.